The action column allows for even more functionality. Rather than just act as an input filter, the values can be changed to allow the tables to adapt to allow new functionality. If the entry for eyes opened is changed to no go, the system will not send the command to open the eyes. It will move to the next reference number to process that entry. If the action column for eyes closed is set to yes, go, then the command to close the eyes will be sent without delay. The net effect of this is that the command to open the eyes will cause the eyes to close. While this does not make sense in this case, it helps here. And the natural response to prepare for dinner is to salivate. The model now has Pavlov's conditioned response. If a teenager fears being ostracized because of her weight, she will obsess about being fat every time her body is telling her it is starving. This will cause an association between starvation and feeling fat. Eventually, the thread controller will not send the response to feel hunger. Rather, it will send the sensation that she feels fat. This condition is known as anorexia nervosa. And the model illustrates yet another mental affliction. Of course, if you always vomit after eating, the same effect will cause bulimia. Rather than just link two items, long strings can be linked together with a single command like this. By changing the deltoid action values, every deltoid response will be done with a single input pattern. Of course, if the third pattern is sent, it will automatically trigger the final response without activating the first two responses. I'll call a linked string of patterns a conditioned thread. Since there is no need to identify a pattern once its location on the pattern response table is known, it would be possible to leave the patterns empty and just send the row number and a search width of 0. To speed up processing of such commands, I'll add a bypass line around the pattern buffer. The null adder would automatically send all commands without a listed pattern through the bypass to speed up processing. I'll call such linked patterns instincts. Of course, with all this complexity, how is my model ever going to figure out what to place in the action column? It will have to run a series of tests and see how the tables react to different circumstances. To do that, the model will need some other elements to enable it to dream.